Cindy Laird, and I'm the Technology Director for Nederland School District, and I want to share with you a little bit about the HoverCam document camera. Most of us use a document camera just for projecting documents or manipulatives, or even for dissecting frogs or worms. And those are the great features for a document camera. Immediate use, immediate sharing of information. But the HoverCam can do so much more, and it's going to be great for our virtual learning environments. And that's what I want to share with you today. I'm going to start off by just showing you how easy it is to connect. Until yesterday, I had never taken a document camera out of a box and connected it. So first I want to tell you that it looks like I have a lot of wires and cables connected, but all I have is my WinBook and a mouse, and it's going to be connected to a projector, or actually a display. And the HoverCam itself only has a power cable and where it's connected to the projector, and that can be connected two ways, either with an HDMI cable or a USB cable, depending on how you connect. Most of our document cameras in the district are connected by USB cable. It's a 3.0. But right now I have it connected with an HDMI cable to the display so that I can show you how that works. Now, this document camera is going to be great for virtual learning because it's going to allow you to record your lessons, save your lessons, and put them into Google Classroom. And because they're saved, any students who aren't participating in your live Google Meet classroom, they can go back and review the lesson, or even if they just need a review, they can go back and see what you did for learning later. Parents can get involved, they can see how you taught something if a student doesn't understand it, for relearning. So those lessons are always saved for future use and viewing. So that's another great feature of the recording of the document camera. Now, let's say that you've got your classroom, you've got 15 students, and you have another 5 or 7 students at home, and you're doing Google Meet. Well, on your WinBook, you can see those students participating at home, and when you're ready, all you have to do is use the button in Google Meet that says Share Screen, and that's when it will flip to what your document camera has. Or your browser, you might take them to the internet to see a YouTube video, whatever you choose to do when you switch your view. But that's the great with the versatility of this. If you want to show them what your document or your manipulatives, you can go straight to the document camera view. You can also, this is scary, flip this up, and instead of using don't show that screen. Instead of using the webcam on your WinBook, or even if you're in your classroom and you're using your computer, then your document camera becomes your camera, and the students can see your face as you're teaching. And if you stand in front of your display, your smartboard, your whiteboard, your box light, whatever you have, not only are you teaching to the students in your classroom, but your students learning at home now see you with the camera, and it has a microphone so they can hear you as well. So there's a lot of features to use with your HoverCam. Now I'm going to let Daryl, Dr. Evans is helping me this morning. He's going to pan over to the display so you can see how well that the document that you're working on shows up for the students in class and those at home once you show your display. Now, one piece of advice, when your hand comes up, those of us who are seasoned, it's not a pretty sight. So if you have a glove or something, you might want to use that just to make it a little easier, so the students aren't so distracted on what they're seeing. But any worksheet that you have, you can take and use, and as you're teaching and instructing, and the students can see that. And with your document camera, anything that you do, there is a button on the document camera that can record this again and save it for later viewing. The HoverCam comes with software, and it's called Flex 10. This software allows you to do multiple things with information that you put under the camera. It allows you to open up something called Whiteboard, and it basically acts a little bit like PowerPoint. You can have multiple pages that you can go back and forth between as you add them. You can write on this whiteboard document that you have. You can actually, within the whiteboard, open an internet browser so you can take the students straight to any web page that you would like to share with them. You can go back to the document camera at any time, and whatever document you put underneath, you have a tool to the right that allows you to draw and highlight information. You can single out information. You can remove anything that you need to by using the eraser. So there's a lot of tools. I've already talked about the multiple tools for recording, but I want you to see your options for recording. You can do a time lapse. So if you wanted to take pictures over a certain amount of time, every time something moves, if you were, say, dissecting something and you wanted a screenshot every 4 seconds, you would set your time lapse. If you wanted to do a slow motion as you were doing something, you could record in slow motion. If you just wanted to take pictures of something, you could use that tool and just take pictures. We have view options, so you can rotate the image that you have laid down under the document camera. You have the picture-in-a-picture option, which, better sit up and smile now. This is showing the webcam, but if I turn the document camera up, then I also need to rotate the document camera and get it going straight. And now I'm looking at the HoverCam camera. And this is when it's beneficial. I'm going to close the webcam on the WinBook. And now we're using the HoverCam camera. And this would be beneficial if I were teaching in front of my box light, like I mentioned earlier, or a whiteboard, and just needed to show the full screen or the full classroom, the front of the room, however that needed to work. So you could also show a small group of students who were working. So that's another way to use the display of the HoverCam. All right, let's talk about how to put something you've saved into Google Classroom or on the web, wherever you want to save it. There's something that you need to set ahead of time. The first thing you want to do is make a folder on your desktop to save these videos or images in. I created one and I just called it Hover Videos. You can name yours anything you want. And then once you get into your software for the HoverCam, you want to come over here where it says Settings. And there are 2 things that you want to do. The first one is you want to find the tab that's called Recording, and you want to change this default format to MP4. That's the best format for saving videos. The next thing you want to do is go to the last tab that says Miscellaneous, and you want to save the default folder. You want to change this to the one that we just created on your desktop. If you click the folder at the end, a new window appears, and if you click Desktop and select the folder that you created, click Select at the bottom, then you'll notice that this new location changes to the folder that you have created. All you have to do now is click Save, and those settings are done. You notice my picture changed its rotation. That's not a problem. All I have to do is go to View and rotate it back. Now, we're good to go. So, I could now create whatever I needed. I could record, I could save. Once I've done that, I already made a little recording. To get to it, I can do 2 things. I could come over here to this little pop-out window and go to my archive, but a much faster way is just to go to my folder on the desktop and open it, and my videos will be in there. I haven't recorded a new video and saved it in here as of yet, but once you do that with your new saving location, your videos and your pictures will be in there from HoverCam, and you can just upload them into your Google Drive and you're ready to go. Thank you for watching the video, and there will be some other tutorials shared with you from HoverCam professional videos, and they're very short snippets and much easier to understand, very detailed and very clear. So thank you.